Well, right now, state leaders and advocates are calling on ICE to release a Connecticut high school student. We're learning ICE took the student into custody earlier this week.
Your reporter Taylor Knight is live at the state capitol in Hartford. A lot of questions about this morning, but local lawmakers are going to give some more information in just a few hours there.
Yeah, we are working to find out more about this entire situation. Right now, we do know that a 19-year-old Cheshire High School student was taken into ICE custody on Monday. The student applied for legal residency last year, and the case was still pending at the time of his detainment on Monday. That's according to a spokesperson for State Reps Liz Linehan and Jack Vizino. We've also learned that the student's father is an interpreter who worked with U.S. forces in Afghanistan. He was detained by ICE last year and has since been released. We are now hearing from the superintendent of Cheshire Public Schools. He says he is not naming the student, but says, quote, "Our student's family is working through the immigration process after supporting American troops in a war zone. Being taken off the streets under these circumstances feels more like a miscarriage of justice than an enforcement of law." And we have the superintendent's full statement up on our website and on our app. And we expect to learn much more information at that news conference right here at the Capitol, happening today at 11 o'clock. Your reporter live in Hartford, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.